Happy Monday!
Hello.
I'm a bit late today, aren't I? Normally it's first thing in the morning, but you got me last thing at night tonight. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We've got a very exciting 6 o'clock show for you to round up Monday. And then tomorrow morning, you do not want to miss the shows that are coming up in the morning. I'll talk to you about that later on. Blown my mind today. And anyway, welcome to us here at Highlight Crafts. We're a small family business. Are you off? Are you all right?
We haven't got an iPad.
We haven't got an iPad.
We have not got an iPad.
We're a small family business based in Derbyshire. How many are there? Are 29? 29
It's like the
of us.
Waltons.
I know it is like the Waltons. It is at night. We all go, night Stephanie, night Cole, night Hannah. So yeah, small family business based in Derbyshire, and we love everything creative, whether it's scan and cut, whether it's sublimation, whether it's painting, whatever it is, we love it here at Highlight Crafts. And we have a team of, how many years do we work out? About 200 years of experience. I think me and you did about, 60% of that?
Oh no, we sort of gave it up, didn't we? When we started counting, it was like, oh, really?
Yeah, there was a lot. But we bring you live shopping here Monday to Friday from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then on Monday to Thursday, we do 6 till 7. And also on a Saturday morning, we do 8, 9 and 10. So you get to see us quite a lot. And what we're starting to do now is put repeats in when we're not live, so you can catch up and go back and watch the demonstrations again. But that does mean it's very important to check out your basket, because somebody might come home from work at lunchtime and snaffle it out yours. We don't want any snaffling going on, do we? So first of all, let me introduce you to the team. This is our Stephanie. Stephanie's going to be demonstrating the sublimation printer from Brother for you tonight, which she's very excited about. There's like a triangle of a little war going on now between myself, David and Stephanie, seeing who demonstrates it, because it's absolutely fabulous. And I've seen loads of you over the weekend on Instagram showing all your makes, which has been really exciting. We've got Katie. Katie normally builds our shows for you. We've got Katie on cameras tonight. And then we've got Nutter in the corner. Not Andrew tonight, Hannah.
Oh, hey.
I think Springer sprung, and she did a yoga fitness class.
It was a lot, yeah.
So we're hearing this, but not for the hot dog gate reasons today, just because muscles are sore. See, when you're naughty, it hurts. Yeah. When you're good, it hurts. Might as well just not bother doing either. Right, so first of all, where can you watch us and how can you shop? So you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop on either Facebook or Instagram with us, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then that code, and that will put it into a virtual basket for you. And you do that just underneath the comments on the video, which is super easy, right? Then we're going to send you a message that says thank you for your order, and within that message there will be a link. When you're ready to check out those baskets, you're going to click that link, and that will take you to our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Please log in. It's so important. And the reason it's important is because when you log in, you get your club benefits, so extra discount, loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35 free shipping. Yep. Now when you're looking at a higher priced item, and tomorrow morning, you're going to want
a big discounted item.
Right. Yeah, honestly. I'm dying to tell you, but I'm not going to. Really good. Because you might have seen the video that's gone out on social. There's more to it than that. I know. I don't know how, but there is. So if you're going to shop with us on our website, it's super easy. All you need to do is click the items that you would like to add to your basket. You then get a little red shopping bag appear at the top, and all your goodies go in there. And when you're ready to turn those into happy posts, click on that shopping bag and it will take you through that checkout process. But please log in. If you're brand new to us, first of all, welcome. Once we've got you, we don't let you go, just so that you know, so you're part of the family now. And if you haven't got an account with us at the moment, please open one, because it's free to do so, and it automatically makes you a Club Highlight member, which is also free, but you do get those extra discounts and loyalty points, which is super cool. Right, Miss Stephanie.
So we've got a couple of things we need to say hello to, lots of different people, to Jojo. She actually said it's her first time watching today.
Yeah.
as back at work following 2 weeks of Easter holidays. She's really tired. Well, I'm glad you've had a good time back at work, and I'm glad that you managed to join us. That's a real pleasure.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you, Jojo.
We've got loads of you joining us, but we have had a couple of questions already. Well, first of all, the team are saying that we call you the team as well as we're the team.
Absolutely.
We're all one big team.
We are.
Are saying that they think we should all take it in turns to do the sublimation printer because there's so much that everybody shares. And then I'm just going to say, we'll say a quick few hellos to Lisa, Rachel, Barbara, Carol, Joe, Jonathan, to Kay, to Veronica and Jackie. And Jackie's been waiting all day for this with no interruptions.
Wow.
Wow, that's set us a challenge, hasn't
it? No interruptions.
And then to Miriam and Sheila and Becky and Barbara and Jane. To Hannah. So
Hannah's doing comments as well.
Shirley and Jojo, Darren, and is that how you pronounce that, do you think?
Darren, yeah.
Darren, and Crafty Lou, Lorraine and Jane. So everybody, Jane, hope you're feeling better soon. Being asked about when the puzzles are coming in, I think it's about 10 days now. It was 2 weeks.
What puzzles?
They're a sublimation blank.
Ooh,
so you can make your own jigsaws. So everybody, let's tell you a little bit about sublimation printing. Also, I think it's a good time to tell you a little bit about Highlight Crafts as well. Because we are this team of crafty people, and we're really on a mission to build a big craft creative community. And that means not just us, but us joining up with you guys. So we are really keen to share all our ideas, our inspiration, all the things that we've learned over the years and years and years of crafting. But I think the other thing that's really important is that we work so closely with the manufacturers. We're there. So we've taken phone calls today that have been game-changing, haven't we?
Yeah, we are.
And in case anybody's wondering, I'm doing an experiment to see how this tanning lotion works. So it's working, but I've only put it on one side. So I'm doing...
But that's all right because this is your driving arm, so that'll get browner anyway, so it'll match by the end of July. You'll be all right.
By the end of July.
You won't have to stand there. After the end of July, you'll be all right. You can use both arms again. It's a nice colour, though.
I know, it's all right, isn't it? I've only done one side, just testing. So what we want to do is build this big, crafty, creative community. And because we're so close to the manufacturers and we visit them regularly and we talk to them all the time, we're able to, when in the past we've worked on other shopping channels and, we've done years of it. I've presented for years, you guested for years. Yep. We've both guested and presented for years. We've done a lot of it. And what would always happen was because the channel was all about making sure that you were slick and looked good against the other channels, if something went wrong, we'd be told in our ear to move away from it. We'd be told to move on if everything wasn't selling really quickly. We're not about that. This is different. So if we want to spend 10 minutes telling you about a particular manufacturing process, then that's important that you learn it, then that's what we will do. Because we really do believe that you'll find it more interesting, more entertaining, more watchable if we can share as much as possible with you. And the other thing is, we're real people. We're not good at faking it. We've given up, unless it's tan. We've given up that. This is it's so much more relaxing to be real and share with you what we do.
Absolutely.
So that's what you're getting. That's it in a nutshell. So please, we're going to put a little plea out there. We'd like to ask you to tell your family and friends, but we're not going to ask you to do that for no reward. What we're going to do is, if anybody who is new to us actually places an order on our website and joins our club, which why wouldn't you? It's free and you start collecting points and everything else. We're going to credit their account with £5.
Oh, nice.
And then when they've placed their first order, we'll credit you with £5.
Oh.
Now, check it all out on the website. So you'll check it all out and see all the detail there. But we're putting that in place because we want to do a refer of family and friends.
Yeah, brilliant.
Because we want to build our community. All of that having said, you want to see demonstrations and you want us to talk about the product. So let's talk about sublimation printing, because I read a thing a few weeks ago about a week ago, where somebody said, oh, that's so passé, it's so old-fashioned. Old-fashioned, it's never going to disappear. It's a way for us to personalise, to put our own things on modern surfaces. And as the materials have increased in availability, but also the quality that you can get with it, my goodness me, we're just on the start of the journey.
Absolutely.
We're not at the end of it. This is the start of an amazing journey. And in literally a couple of weeks, we've turned everything upside down. We've got so much more coming for you. I can't wait. And we're proud to partner Brother, because their sublimation printer is exceptional.
It is, absolutely. So, what is sublimation, Stephanie?
Well, first of all,
because you've done it for decades, right?
I have. Yeah, that's how old I am. So when I was in my 20s, I did quite a lot of design work for different sportswear companies, and one of them was Speedo. And so I was designing swimwear for them. Well, when they cut panels into swimsuits and things, it actually slows racing swimmers down because they don't want any, they want it super smooth, and there was a word for it, I can't remember.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Anyway, we got introduced to a product called Lycra. I know, all those years ago, it couldn't even pronounce it. And it was manufactured by a company called DuPont. And the DuPont family lived next door to the Shoemates. That's how they call them, Shoemakers. No, the Shoemate family. And they were the manufacturers for Speedo. Anyway, as neighbours do, talking over the fence, it was Blinking Ranch. It wasn't a fence, it was in Kentucky. They all had racehorses. I learnt a lot. But anyway, they got talking and talked about how you could colour this Lycra fabric. And it ended up with me going to an Italian printing company in Milan. And I worked with them for years and years. They were lovely people. And basically what you did was you put a special ink onto a special paper. That paper was then heat transferred. The ink was heat transferred onto this fabric. Now, the important thing is that when you heat transfer it, the ink actually produces a gas that actually bonds the ink to the fabric. And then it sits on the surface to the point that if you get something can stretch it, so let's see if we can do it with this. No, because it's a waffle one, so it doesn't stretch. But basically, if you got a swimsuit and you stretched it, like that, did what we called grinning. So I had to learn a lot about pattern placement, which was super exciting. But I also learned a lot about design, how the paints worked, how they reacted. Now, we do all that testing for you. You don't have to. So we're going to bring you the best quality paper. We're going to bring you the best quality materials because we've done the research. So we'll share the story with you, but you don't have to do the work.
No, absolutely. So we've got for you today, and we launched this, 2 or 3 weeks ago now?
Yep.
The Brother SP1 Sublimation Printer. Now it's $3.99. It comes in the box with all 4 inks. The inks are 47mm. And if you go and have a look on YouTube and have a look at all the different reviews and the differences between this one and this one, the Brother one came out high on most of those reviews. One, because of the ink, because the quantity of the ink, which was really important to everybody because they're 47mm, so you're getting a lot of ink. Now, we've done a lot of printing on ours. I can't see any difference in the inks at all yet, which is amazing.
You can't, it's not even moved.
No, hasn't even moved. So it comes with that. Also comes with all your warranty and your information sheets. And it comes with some Brother sublimation paper. Now, their paper is slightly smaller than A4, and it has a little notch cut out of one corner. When you're putting that paper in, make sure that little notch is in the bottom right-hand corner. As you open the tray, Stephanie will show you, the paper will go in, so that little notch that's snipped away from the corner is in the bottom right. Now, we brought it to you at $3.99. We've done our market research, brought it at $3.99, but the difference between us and buying it online is A, customer service, which is second to none. It's the most important thing that keeps the business working, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And secondly, you also get your discount. Now, we do different tiers of discount, so the more you spend with us, the more you save. Our first tier, so if you're brand new to us today, you've never bought anything from us, you're automatically going to get a 5% discount on that price. I know, right? No cost for the club either. So for free, we're going to go, there you go, it's 5% off. Now, on top of that, we're also going to give you loyalty points. So every pound that you spend, you gain loyalty points. Those go on your account a couple of weeks after you've purchased. And then once they're on your account, you can redeem product or classes, etc. with those points. So taking into consideration the 5% discount and the points that you're going to get, the end price that you're going to pay after everything's been taken off and then points put back on is £360.10 for a business in a box, because that's exactly what it is. I've been blown away by Sublimation. I've never done it before. Did it first time I ever did it, absolutely blown away. David came in, did a show on Saturday. He's now fighting for the shows, and we're all like this. I'll do it, because it's really exciting.
And I wanted to share a couple of other things with you. Some of you are saying you've already unpacked your sublimation printers, so we can see your messages on here, so your comments, so keep them coming. Any questions, please, and if we can't answer them, we'll find out the answer. So the key things about this is Mel's explained to you that we've tried to bring it at a really, really competitive price, and I absolutely believe it is. If you check out any of the other prices on other websites, don't forget to take into consideration free postage, but also that club discount. Then the other part of this is you can spread the cost. So we've got PayPal Pay in 3, you've got Klarna, and we've got ClearPay. So any of those, use those, because it helps you spread your craft budget. The other thing is we are going to be bringing you a selection of what we call blanks, and they're called PP blanks, prepared for print. And they're prepared for print for sublimation. So there's nothing on the surface that is going to make that print anything other than just absolutely pristine, bright, vibrant, and really strong and crisp. So you need the right blanks. So what will this print onto? Well, it loves polyester.
It does.
Anything polyester. So we've got waffle towels. Now, these are waffle tea towels. Look at how bright that imagery is on there. We've got bags for you. We've got all of these different surfaces. So the things you can print on, you can print onto glass, you can print onto MDF, you can print onto fabric, onto lanyards, loads of different surfaces. And the results you get are always as crisp and bright.
But it has to have polyester.
Yes, it does.
And polyester isn't just a fabric, is it?
No, it's not. It's a material. It's actually a proper material. Not as in fabric, but it's a chemical compound that actually can be added to other things.
Yeah.
So as long as you've got at least 80% polyester, every time you get less than that, less than 100%, it fades the image very slightly. So you want the biggest polyester content that you can get. And yes, we are going to bring you some other presses and some other items, but for now we've got an amazing selection which I can't wait to demonstrate.
Right. Do you want to go and get ready? And I'll whiz down the counter then we'll go and see how this works, because it blows my mind. Absolutely, it's brilliant. Flipping brilliant. And the other thing is, you know, when we get to a certain age and we've got to buy presents, birthday presents, anniversary presents, Christmas presents, all that kind of thing, and we're like, what do you get somebody? Personalise it. Personalisation is massive now. Wait till next year. It's going to go absolutely stratospheric. Everybody wants everything with their name on or their picture on. That's what you're going to be able to achieve. So if you want the printer, it's shop printer. It's £399 before your discount, plus your points and no shipping. Now then, fancy making a cutting mat for your chopping board for your kitchen. Shop Glass is going to get you 2 of these. Now, when you get the box home, there are 2 in the box. Don't think we've only sent you 1. We haven't. There's actually 2 of them in the box. If you want to design your own, what a great way to make and sell as well. If you make and sell now with your cards, imagine what this is going to bring in as well, which is just exciting. Shop Glass is going to get you 2 of them for $14.99. Now then, mouse mats. I did one of these for my husband with our dog Bo on it, and he absolutely loved it. So 3 of these mouse mats. Remember, these are PP blanks, so they're prepared to print. They've got that high polyester content in them already. Shop Mouse, $17.99 will get you 3 of those. And this doesn't sit on the top. This isn't like heat transfer vinyl. This doesn't sit on the surface. This actually bonds to the material itself. That's really important, okay? So it's not going to wash off. It's not going to come unstuck. There's none of that. It literally bonds to the fabric, which is fabulous. Now then, extra paper. So to make it easy, because one of the things that I watched when I was watching the reviews and learning about sublimation was they're all putting the paper in and everyone's going, which way do you put it in? So we've made it easy. We've bought a paper that says sublimation paper on the back of it, and you literally take it out of the packet and put it into the tray with that writing facing up. Then you know you've got it the right way around. We'll just make it easy, right? So if you want 40 sheets of 120 sublimation paper, it's $15.99. Now you will be disappointed when you print on that until you transfer it onto your blank. Because I went, oh, that's a bit wishy-washy. It's the heat that creates that colour. It's absolutely fabulous. Can't wait for you to see it. I'm going to go really quick. Right, do you fancy 6 MDF coasters? Now, these do have a plastic coating on them. So if I take this one and that one, I don't know whether you'll be able to see much difference. There's a coating on there that you need to take off. Get a pair of tweezers or a pokey tool. Just break the seal on the side, the plastic on the side, and then they're good to print, but don't print until you've taken that off, because I did, and I ended up with a sticky mess. See, we make the mistake so that you don't have to. Look how fabulous that is. Isn't that amazing? You would never know you haven't bought that in a shop, in a really posh kitchenware shop, where those are $9.99 each. I know, right? Shop coaster, $15.99. Now, if you fancy 4 glass coasters, and this made me properly giggle the other day. So I was like, right, I obviously work on that side. There's no plastic coating on the glass ones, just so that you know. And then I printed it, and I went, oh, what have I done wrong? That's not very good. Then turned it over. I know. One of those days. Every day. Right, so if you want 4 glass, it's Shop Square, and they're $12.99. Now then, something that you will need is this. Now, this is your PTFE sheet. So this is what goes on top of your paper, that goes on top of your project, and then you put this over the top. This is going to protect it from the heat, from either a dry iron, not a steam iron, a dry iron, or our fabulous little heat press, which is really cool. So if you want this by itself at Shop Heat, it's $9.99. If you want that with the tape, and the tape is really important, I would say. So heat-proof tape, it's Shop Duo. You get a roll of tape and the PTFE for $16.49. But we also do a bundle where we give you 2 mouse mats, the heat press, which Stephanie will show you throughout the demonstration, the PTFE and the tape. So if you want all of that together as one bundle, so you've got blanks, you've got tape to get you started, you've got your heat sheet, and you've got your heat press, it's Shop Bundle, and it's $69.99. Stephanie, I'm going to come to you for demo, and then we can come back and do these bits after, if that's all right.
So we're being asked a few things. So first of all, dispatch dates. Now, you guys took us by surprise the first time. Katie, can I just confirm, have we dispatched all the orders?
So everything that was
ordered before the weekend,
like at Easter time,
has gone.
Whereas all of that has been dispatched at the end of last week.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ordered this weekend, the order has gone into Brother this morning, so hopefully they will be here Wednesday-ish, so they can dispatch to us If you say by the end of the week, that should be more than enough time.
Right, so more than enough time. So let me explain what that means in my language instead of Katie's. So what is happening is you are... Oh, okay. So what's happening is we keep a very small amount of stock. All of us are having to wait for hours.
I
Because
know.
every time we order them for us, somebody orders one just off the website or whatever. And you guys take priority.
Absolutely.
So we have placed another order with Brother this morning. We've been on the phone a lot with Brother today, which you'll find more about tomorrow in the Scan and Cut shows. And they are shipping to us, literally, they are trying to ship them out the next day. When we receive them, if we receive them before early afternoon, they will go out the same day from us, and you normally get things the next day. So it could be as short as 3 or 4 days. Bear in mind, it could be 4 or 5 days, but we will get them to you as fast as possible. And you guys are taking priority over all of us.
Absolutely.
Because you're more important than we are. So we've got a couple of questions. Okay, so Joe ordered hers on Friday and received it on Saturday. So we are trying to keep some, but we're relying on Brother to keep sending us them.
You order a couple of extra, but
But obviously, if we're giving you the worst case scenario.
Yes.
If the machine's in the warehouse tomorrow,
they could be here tomorrow. They'll go out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. So we're going to try and be really, really quick. So Jonathan Mark is actually listening while printing designs for Sublimation tomorrow. And Crafty Jack's saying she's just ordered ones, asking when it will be out. So I hope that answers your question. So you should definitely have it before the weekend. Vicky's emailed her order number. We'll have a little look at that first thing in the morning, Vicky. One of us will get back to you. But we will make sure that we literally get it to you as fast as possible. Sharon's asking if we had to seal the coaster. Absolutely not. You don't need to seal anything with this. It's really hard wearing. So I've just put some boys in my basket from John Next Doors this morning, but they weren't in the basket on your website. Will I still get the points if checked out? Let me explain that. I know Hannah has, but I'm going to explain it for everybody else because you might not have read that question. So we have 2 websites at the moment. So we have Highlight Crafts, where you guys are members of our Highlight Crafts club and you get your points and your discounts. Now, for somebody like John Next Door, he wants to be able to give you the best deal that he can. So we do that. We often pass on the savings and we do all of that and we build your points in there. But because a third party, and that's what we call them, so a third party company, wants to be able to do a deal today, give you a better deal next week, change the bundle and the deal the week after, we let them choose what price they come to you at. And what you'll hear is, it should have been this price, but this is what you're paying. They build into theirs what would be the value of getting points or being part of a club, because often what you'll see is their discount is far more than you would get in the club. So all of their stuff is on liveshopping.vip. And you do need to keep the 2 baskets separate. And the reason that we do that is for all the reasons that I've just said. But that means this is even better, because this is the best thing about it is you're not dealing with a third party. So yes, of course, we'll support you with customer service, but you're dealing with them directly. And that's the bit that we wanted everybody to get as close to the relationship with the product developer as you possibly could. So when you're dealing with John, you're talking to him, he's talking to you. You're not going through some third party Creighton Crafts customer service. You're actually talking directly to the person that does the design work, that talks to his own warehouse. Whereas when you ring us, we have to ring him. So it's another layer in the chain. Of course, we'll do that regardless. And we would always, always help you. But it's the best solution, because this way you get as close to the source of the product. So that's why we do it, for all those fabulous reasons. And there'll be so much more over the next few months. And as we rebuild these and build the relationships and rebuild the craft industry. So let's just have a look and see. Caroline ordered on the Friday the 18th and got it last Thursday. Perfect. So there were lots of you saying thank you. Elaine says it's really good that you have such a good rapport with brother. Do you know, what's interesting is that we've always had a really good rapport with them, but you would never have known because we weren't in a position to be able to talk about it. So often when you're working with other companies, you're governed by what we call NDAs, so non-disclosure agreements. So we don't talk about things like that, and it's just not appropriate. But the difference is now the world's different, our world's different, and we're closer to you. So if I've missed any of your comments, please let me know, and then thank you. But let's go and have a look at this machine, because you will be absolutely thrilled with it. Nobody's going to be disappointed with what this can do. So first of all, this is your machine. So it's actually quite a small footprint. I love the fact as well, it's such a neutral colour. It's just got a little swash of colour on it that reminds you that it's a Brother printer. So let's look at what we've got. So we lift up the lid and you've got all of these instructions in here. You're never going to lose them. It's a specially laminated, heavy duty print. And this is the other thing that's exciting. You see these two QR codes up here. One of them is your download for Artspira and the other one is the heat guide. When you take your phone, your laptop, whatever it is that you use to look at things like this, let me just show you what happens. So if I take my iPad and I hold it over one of those QR codes, I'm just going to click that, and look what it's done. It took me instantly to the heat press guide for the Sublimation SP1, because that was, and you've got all the links in here. So if I click on that link, you see it's taking me to Brother support. So frequently asked, troubleshooting questions, all of that, you're never going to lose it. It's not in a leaflet that you're going to throw away with a box. It's there. Then let's look at this. So you've got your inks. Now look at how full these inks are, and I can honestly tell you that we have been using this since we got it. Somebody has been on it nearly all the time because people are just wanting to make gifts and samples and presents. But these are the actual the inks. You literally press down and pull them out. It's super easy to do that. Now, it tells us every time we do something, it tells us on this screen. So close the ink cartridge cover. Cover is open. It talks to you. Brother is so good at instruction. Then you've got your settings, download software and maintenance, all of that. And look, it's all Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled. Now you can feed the paper from the back, but this is the paper drawer that we're all used to using. So you pull out your paper drawer, and this is the other clever part. When it comes to you, it's going to come with some paper. Now this is a different size to our 12 by our A4. So when you put it in, you're going to just move these little clips. You're going to place that in, and it tells you to make sure that that corner is in the top
bottom right.
Bottom right, okay? So there's only one way to get it in the bottom right. That way you have to get it the right way up. But can you see how I had to ask Mel, because I'd forgotten? That's why we tested so many papers to get you one that says Sublimation on the back, because that way you don't have to remember. Now, that paper's slightly different in size, but Brother have taken care of all of that. So some specialist papers are slightly different. You literally have these little clips at the side, and I just press in that little clip there, and it clips in, and it literally pushes the paper up. And little clip there holds that paper in place. because the thing about this is we're printing so perfectly and so precisely that we want the crispest image that we can get. Don't have to do anything with the settings. We literally can put that in. But I can then just pull out the drawer so that as the paper comes out, it's actually supported rather than ending up on my desk. So how clever is that? Now, you're also going to get Art Spirit. It's making you excited, isn't it? It's just amazing.
Go.
So, right, let's just get something on here and start printing.
I've even done it and I'm still excited.
I know, me too. I just love it. So because I've got a piece of paper in, I'm actually going to copy and paste this. So if you would, I'm using my Craft Studio. So you've got loads of opportunities to do as many different designs as possible. But when you're doing this, look, I'm putting all these elements in here. Pick a few. Don't just do one. Pick a few of them. Make them, check the sizes. Now, this is the other thing is, I can measure the size of my mat and then check the size of the image that I'm putting down here, and I can also actually input the image as well. For anybody who hasn't used Minecraft Studio before, it's a blinking dream. You don't know what you're missing. You've got to have a go with it because it is absolutely phenomenal, and I really, really want you to play with this because I want you to see how good it is.
Stephanie Pam's asking about the tote bags that we have on the show. Can they be ironed after washing, and if so, which side? Can you iron over sublimation?
Yes, you can. Yes, but please use I use a linen tea cloth, an old one that my mum had, an ironing cloth. That's the word.
Right.
Right. We've done all of that. I'm going to go into print up here. And I'm going to check which way my paper is in here. Now, that paper's portrait, that paper's portrait. So I literally can click print there. If you're doing something where the image is landscape, you need to change the orientation of your paper. So that's going to take just a minute to print. You can hear it. It's dead quiet.
It's so easy to set up as well, isn't it?
It takes seconds.
Well, I did it, so it's got to be easy. So I came in, linked it to the Wi-Fi, so it found the Wi-Fi and it just asked me for the password, so I typed that in and it linked to that. Then it recommended a firmware update, so I clicked on the button and the button did everything else. There was nothing else to do about it, so it did the firmware update. And they do recommend that you keep it plugged in and switched on, because it will automatically do the maintenance, so it'll automatically clean the printer heads for you if you keep it plugged on. Now, if you're not going to use it for like a month or 6 weeks, I would just switch it on every couple of weeks and just run one thing through just to keep it as it is. But it's an absolutely phenomenal piece of kit. The other thing I love about it is it's not big. I have an A3 printer at home. It's huge. This just literally sits on your side. It could go on a side table, it could go on your shelves, it could go wherever you've got room in your craft room. But it's something for all the family, whether you're making mouse mats, whether you're doing lanyards, whether you're going to do cushion covers, tea towels, bath towels, glass cutting mats. There's all sorts of different things that you can get, and we are going to be bringing you more. We've had a question about a mug press.
Yes.
We're going to try and get one, aren't we?
We are. It's actually, we're quite close to having it.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
And something else, can we tell them? Not yet. Not yet.
Do you know what? Can we tell them? Should we just tell everybody?
Do it.
Right, well, before we do, can we just show you this?
What I'm thinking?
Is that... Oh, no, that one. I thought you were talking about tomorrow.
Oh, no, I'll tell them that tomorrow after.
No, that
Asking
one,
permission for that.
I need to do some tests first because I want to make sure that they get... I've got 4 to choose from.
Okay.
It needs to be the right one of 4. Okay, so looking at these... They look quite pale, don't they? And you look at them and think, oh my goodness.
That's what I did. I was really disappointed.
Well, right, now, if you were going to line this up on something that you wanted to position it with, don't leave any area around the outside edge, because if you were lining that up like that, you're going to end up with a little white edge. So you need the print to go right up to the edge of the design, unless for design reasons you want it differently. But if you wanted to do something like the curves, I would literally lay this on top and just trace around that to make sure I got the curve. So I've taken that image, you can cut it out completely, and I'm then going to take my paper, and I'm just going to place that over the top.
Sorry, I have a question. Sharon Taylor's asking, are you getting a cap press? That'll do it, won't it? The one that you've got there.
Yes, it will. This little one will do it. No, but with a cap press, what it's more about isn't just about the press. It's about the shape and being able to make sure that you can hold it in shape to do it. Right, let me talk about this little press. And trust me, I've tried loads of them. So first of all, to put it on, I'm just going to click it off. You press and hold the button down. Then it's all ready to temperature, so it's let me know. 3 clicks, you've got 3 different temperature settings on it. But you've also, while I'm talking, I'm just going to do this. So you've got 3 different temperature settings, but you've also got, which I love, oh, and I didn't tape it down. Oh, Stephanie, you are living dangerously.
You are.
I am, and there's a very good chance that that will smudge.
Pam
so
says thank
I'm
you,
going to
but
stop.
She assumes you would have to use a dry iron on the wrong side.
So no, not necessarily. It won't. You won't damage it by pressing it. You won't damage it at all. Can I just mention as well? My tape's blue. Yours is going to be.
It's very
copper.
posh, this, isn't it?
I know, because I thought it looked posher.
It's a bit blingy, that, isn't it? Look, look at that. Oh, I tell you, going posh.
Right. So, I am just going to lift that off and tape this down. Oh, rat.
Has it moved?
It's moved. Right.
That's all right.
No, it's right. No, we don't need another one. I'm going to show you how to put it right. So I'm now going to trim this to exactly the size of the image. I've just got to make sure it is exactly. It's not quite on that one. Because what we're going to do then is place this back. So it'll be that corner. So I'm going to have to place that right on there and make sure it's right in the right place. And I need the tiniest bit showing there because I cut a little bit off. Okay, so let's put that on there. And if it goes wrong now, you'll see what not to do. So, yes, so we'll be doing stuff and teaching you things, right? So,
Gina Bartlett, yes, absolutely. You'll be able to use any images that we've ever sold you on Minecraft Studio. How exciting is that? And you can use your photos. So even without the Art Spirit app, and the Art Spirit app is brilliant from Brother, but the Art Spirit app, there is a subscription to it if you want, or there are free items in there. But I literally got my phone the other day, sent a picture to the printer, it printed it, and within 10 minutes it was a mouse mat. It's brilliant. So all your pictures, imagine that, birth announcements, wedding invitations. You could do a mouse mat for everybody as a wedding invitation, couldn't you? How fabulous. That would be really different. I think it's just a great idea. Right, Stephanie, how are we getting on?
While I'm using this little iron, I just want to show you the way that it's configured. So this is the metal, this is the metal base that you've got. It's got little rubber feet. It then has this recess that sits inside that's silicone that holds it all together. So when you're working with this, you want about, now it varies depending on lots of things. So one of them is the transfer material. One of them is there's slight variations in the paper, also different inks. But you'll read that you need about 45 seconds on heat presses. I found that with this little press, and you do need to make sure you cover the whole area, you need quite a lot less. So what I then like to do is I get a little sneaky look under there.
That's the exciting bit.
I know. I'm just going to do it.
Rip off the Band-Aid.
So, I didn't have it lined up perfectly, but look how perfect it is. Every bit of it is super crisp and beautiful.
I love that.
So you can really get it absolutely
really
perfect.
cool.
So let's just talk through this process a little bit more, because it's not just about the price. This is about the support we're going to give you as well. Oh, let me do a little bit of this black because I want you to see how strong the black is. So, first of all, the process itself then. I'm just going to use small amounts because I'm making this into a sample now. So, what you're going to do is, and you can't, unfortunately, reuse the tape. No. It's not a reusable tape. Now, I'm going to get asked, I've thrown that one away, can you get a second print out of it? It will give you a shadow print. So, it might be that you want that look. So, let's say you're doing fabric, and we might just have some really good quality polyester fabric come in. What you can do is you can do your heavy duty pass print, and then you could do a softer print, so you've got a faded print as a complementary thing. Let me also give you another little tip. This, you're going to get 30 centimetres by 1.4 metres, or is it 1.5? No, a metre, 1 metre. I beg your pardon. It's a metre by 30 centimetres. That's right. Something else I was doing was 1.4. What I would do is, you've got loads of it. So have a piece that's cut for your mouse mats. Have another piece that's cut for your glass plates. I don't want you to end up with all of this extra stuff just hanging over the edge because it's unnecessary. Right, so I'm just going to go on here and just making sure that it was up to temperature, because it will tell me if it drops. So if I turn this round.
Daphne says she's just checked, brother in Canada, the machine there is $499 plus 13% tax.
Ooh.
So it's a good buy here.
It is a good buy.
Maybe you need to move, Daphne, and come and live with us.
Yeah, we'd love you to come and
visit.
Come and
live with us, Daphne.
Come and stay with us.
Yeah, you come and have a. Well, what did June do? She came for a month, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lady came over from California, stayed for a month, went to Paris to learn how to make croissant, which I was very impressed with, I have to say. And she'd never been out of America before.
What did she go and do in that field? No, she did. She learned how to do something.
She was making tea out of herbs in a field in Derbyshire.
She learned which herbs to pick to make tea.
She did.
How exciting is that?
There you go.
I'd like to know which herbs to pick to make gin.
I'm sure you would.
So everybody, I think the conclusion is that if you want to do any kind of, we're going into a new era of creativity, and this is what makes my job so exciting, because blinking heck,
that's good.
Look at how black that is, and I'm going to roll it so that if it's going to crack. Oh, it's warm, by the way. I'm going to roll it. But look, if that was going to crack, you would see it in that roll. Look at it. It's brilliant, absolutely black. It's blacker than the back of the mat.
That's amazing.
It's black. So, guys, right, I'll do this one as a second press so you can see what happens with the second press.
So I thought on the pictures, like when you've done your first one and you've got the bit left over, you could put it on inside a card as an insert.
Oh, you definitely could. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Couldn't you?
So different surfaces. We are obviously obsessed by it, but one of the things that I really wanted to share with you was that over the next few years, particularly with our things like sublimation printing, what is happening is that the world is getting more interested in things about nature, things about personalisation, about mindfulness and people's personalities. All of that is really, really important. And if we can build that into our creative space, think about how much richer our lives will be, because we'll have it all around us.
Absolutely.
And that's what next year's all about.
Yeah. Alan's asking, does the sublimation print on cotton to do my 4.5-inch fabric squares for my cushions?
I'm going to say you will get a very faded print, Alan. I'd love to say some poly cottons you can get a half decent print with, but I'm going to suggest that that's not a good idea for you. Obviously, if you want to try it, then please do, but it's not something that I think you'll get a good result with. Right. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not as pale, but depending on the colours that you've got.
Yes.
But it's still faded. You can see, guys, it is faded. It's considerably less.
Yeah. Right. I don't mind that though.
And could I have left it on longer on this side? I probably could, but I don't think I needed to. I think I got enough of the transfer of that there. But the great thing about this is the way that you can take all the other elements. Now, I just want to quickly, because I know we've not got loads of time, I just want to quickly take you into Artspira, because this is one heck of a piece of equipment. It's brilliant. But Artspira is going to take your crafting to an absolutely different level, because this, and I'm not, Mel will tell you, I've avoided really getting into my scan and cut, because I just, it's just not been my thing. I just haven't had time to do it. I've not been able to, where's my Artspira thingy gone? I've not had time to really get... Oh, there it is. It says Artspira on it.
It does.
Right. So when you get in here, it will ask you to register your machine. But once you've registered it, you've got loads of choice of places you can go. So if I look up here, look, first of all, it's got embroidery, cutting, printing, designs, and sublimation. There, look at all of the different things that it goes through. Basic shapes. It's got basic shapes for you to put your own things inside. Let me just do this so you can see. I'll go back.
Oh, so a couple of things. Barbara B, how long does the heat resistant mat last?
Oh,
Forever?
if you look after it.
Forever?
I mean, hundreds and hundreds of prints.
Margaret Goodall says apparently you can get a spray to spray cotton.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes,
that
you
it will
can.
take the sublimation.
All right, I'm going to tell you what we're doing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Well, you see, if you don't tell me, I don't know.
Right, I'm just going to show you this. Right, we're working on substrates at the moment that will actually allow you to take any surface and use it as a sublimation printer. So we're working on to print onto as a blank. So we're working on a spray paint, a paint, and a spray that actually transforms other mediums into all of those things. I know it's something that we've been doing. I started testing them today. It's going to take us a little while. We're talking directly to the companies that manufacture it. And actually the products that we're looking at are made in England, which is even better.
Oh, brilliant.
But absolutely you can. Just make sure you get the right one, because I've read a lot about it, and some of them are brilliant and some of them are not as good, and the images fade after a while.
Right.
So just check out the right ones if you can't wait.
It's very exciting.
But it won't be long.
It won't be long. Right, we've got a few minutes left. So if you want one of the printers, Shop Printer, £399. You can split it on PayPal Pay in 3, Klarna or ClearPay. So the blanks we didn't get to, we'll do now. So if you want 4 of these waffle tea towels, and this was a really good example for me because I printed this. This was the first time I printed on a tea towel. And what happens is it's different to anything else that I've ever experienced, in that it bonds to the fibres. So that isn't printed on. You're not going to scratch that off. It's literally now in the fibres of that tea towel, which is amazing, right? So if you want 4 of those, shop towel, $17.99. If you want 3 of the long-handled tote bags, it is shop tote, $17.99 is going to get you 3 of these. Now this is when you start to think about personalisation and making things as gifts, right? We've got the clock. Now this is 12 by 12. Most people won't have a 12 by 12 printer. However, think about doing a different picture at each number, at each hour as you go around the clock. How lovely would that be? It might be for new babies, it might be a wedding, it might be a picture of all the pets you've ever had. Whatever you choose, I think that is a lovely, lovely project. Shop clock, $19.99. You know, these blanks aren't expensive either, are they? Which is great. What about metal tin? This is cool, isn't it?
I know we've only got a little while, and we've been told we're allowed to tell everybody about what's happening.
Can I go and get my list from next door, and then I get my numbers right? I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so this is really important, guys.
I've got to get it right.
So, okay, we've got to get it right. Get that. It's really, we have got, Katie, can you, I've sort of got myself wedged in a bit. Let me get out. So I just quickly give everybody, if you would like your own little pocket cards, these are fabulous. Shop blank for these, $8.99 gets you 10 of these blank metal pockets. If you want your lanyards, shop lanyard, 6 of those for $12.99. Look at this. David's not going to lose his keys, is he?
No.
Right, everybody. Mel's got a special announcement for you. And this is how close our relationship is with Brother. This is how important you guys are to us. And you guys, we do a lot of SVG files and downloads, and that's where the future is. Digital is
absolutely,
it's mind-blowing. So
right, we've done a thing. Can I tell them all of it?
Go on, yeah, tell them.
So normally we have the tattered. What, Hannah? What?
You just said it was all right.
Get all of it. Do all of it.
Right.
Go on.
So normally the tattered lace SDX is £399, and we've been doing it on a deal at £349 recently. What if I told you that tomorrow we're going to beat that deal and we're going to bring it to you at £299 for an SDX with full auto blade connectivity, 682 images and icons. I'm bursting. 682 images and icons pre-installed into the machine's memory, 7 fonts, 100 quilt blocks, and an extra 90 tattered lace designs that you download from Artspira. You do not need a subscription to be able to do that. That'd be good, wouldn't it? $299. With your 5% discount, if you're in the first tier, it comes to £284.05. Then you get £14.20 back for your points, which brings it to £269.85.
But there's another but.
There's another but. I'm going to throw in the 3 months club subscription. So it brings it down to under £240 for a scan and cut SDX tattered lace. See you at 8 o'clock. Bye.